Life is a choice. Once upon a time, there were two cousins who lived in a very poor village. The people of the village were poor because the land they lived on until did not belong to them. They were ordinary tenants on the land. Because of this, a greater portion of their farm produce had to be taken to the noblemen of a nearby city called Jerome. The noblemen of Jerome were the owners of the land they lived on. Therefore, the people of the village hardly had enough to eat. The two cousins' names were Dada and Baby. One day, a caravan passed through the village. The caravan was taking a beautiful princess of a faraway city to Jerome, where she was going to marry. Immediately, Baby saw the beautiful princess. He said to his cousin Dada, "Hey Dada, look at that beautiful princess. I will be so happy if I could become her servant." "Why?" Dada asked him. "She is beautiful and obviously rich. She will be so kind from her looks," Baby replied. "I can't understand you," Dada added. "Oh, Dada, can't you see? She is rich. She will have many servants in her service. My labor will be minimal. I won't have to work on the field like we do now." The other cousin laughed. "If that is what you want to become, good luck to you. But as for me, I will never be a servant to such a lady. Never. I will rather be a lord and husband. She will cook my meals and make my bed." Baby laughed at him now and said, "Dada, you are full of impossible dreams. People like us can never become husbands of ladies such as this. We can only be their servants. You know how poor and lowly our families are." But Dada refused to agree with him. He said, "The rich and the poor are not so much different. They are the same people, but circumstances make the difference. We are poor because our ancestors were poor. Our ancestors were poor because they were not good enough to possess their own land. But as for me, Dada, I will make myself good enough to possess my own land. With my own land to do as I wish, I will become rich and respected. You know, land is the most important index of wealth." About 2 years after, their village was invaded by soldiers from a faraway city. The soldiers burnt the whole village and destroyed their farms. They killed many people and carried others into slavery. Among those carried into slavery were the two cousins. At the faraway city where they were taken, they were sold to a certain rich man. The rich man was equally one of the titled men of the city. The rich man employed two cousins as shepherds to take care of his large herd of cattle and flock of sheep. However, the animals under their care were often attacked by hyenas and wolves. And because of this, Deda began to learn how to use swords and spears so as to be able to fight off the wolves and hyenas whenever they came to attack. But Bebe didn't care. He believed he didn't have to put his life at stake for something that didn't belong to him. Very soon, Deda became very proficient in the use of sword and spear, while Bebe remained an ordinary and incompetent shepherd. One day, their animals were attacked by a group of hyenas. Deda, who was already a good fighter, was well prepared for them. He faced the beast and began to fight and kill them. But Bebe, the lazy one, was running all about to save himself from the hyenas. As he was running here and there, he was kicked by one of the cows and fell down. While on the ground trying to get up, another cow ran over him and broke his testicles. As a result of this, he became a eunuch for life. Deda defeated the hyenas by killing most of them. As a result of this, his master enlisted him in the army of their country. In that country, when a slave owner enlisted his slave in the army, he took half of his salary. In the course of time, a prudent slave could save money and buy his freedom. Deda was very happy for this. He decided to give his best to his new career and his new country. As for Bebe, who had become a eunuch, the rich man, their owner, gave him to his only daughter as a gift after he had become healed. The rich man said Bebe was no longer useful for manly enterprises, so he should go and become a servant of a lady. By that, Bebe became the slave of a beautiful lady, as he had always wanted. Deda the soldier was soon made a captain in the army. Due to his bravery and dedication to duty, he led his soldier to conquer many lands for his new country. The king of the country was very happy with him that he paid his master off and proclaimed him a free man, so that he will be committed to the greatness of his new country. A few years after, the king made him a governor of one of the many towns he conquered. When his old masters learned of these new developments and elevation, he made him his heir because he had no male child of his own. And he also gave him his only daughter as a wife. By that, Deda became the lord and husband of the lady whom Bebe now served as a slave. The two of them had become what they set out to become at first: Deda the lord and Bebe the slave. Life is a choice. A man can become whatever he sets his mind on to become, provided he chooses well, thinks well, and conducts himself well.